Yo, Rebel Talk, man. Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Shit. Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Hey, y'all already know about the Rebel Talk. There you go. Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Ooh, better watch out when the middle cock.
Finna hear the sound of the hammer drop. Ooh, bop, 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 bop.
Hey, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Ooh, till we at the top, we gon' never stop.
Still making your head go lean rock. Go bop, 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 bop.
Hey, Rebel Talk to the street now. Anyone my way getting beat down. I be from the street where they squeeze rounds. Everybody wanna talk about me now. Take the sit when you pee, put your seat down. Chop a long up motherfucking tree down. Hit the lid, there's a green light. Wanna understand if you don't know what it be like. We right here.
I'm finna ride like a swing. Bet they gon' let me in. Windows down when I spin. Your bitch hair blow in the wind. Why they hating on me? Cause all of this money I spend, all of this paper I see, I bet you yeah, we gon' win.
Rebel Talk Radio. We be the boys with the crazy flow. Act like you didn't know what you meant. Here we go.
My chopper got range. When it hits you, you ain't walking the same.
And we not gonna aim. Been a trip like I hopped on a plane.
Say no names and it won't be no thing.
We ain't gonna change. I just cop the thing. Walk a flock of flame. Not the same. Pull up in a phantom. Billy Zane. Hand goes down, how I really move. Pull up a skirt, how I really do. Lay fold down when I finish shoot. Like Clark Kent when I'm in the booth.
We outside, I'ma slide. Got the Nina on my side. Rebel Talk, that's the vibe. You can see it in my eye.
Now we about to break the bank. Rolling ninjas like a tank. Like a opera with the chopper. Let it sing, bitch, what you think? Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Ooh, better watch out when the middle cock.
Finna hear the sound of the hammer drop. Go bop, 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 bop.
Hey, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk, Rebel Talk. Ooh, till we at the top, we gon' never stop.
Still making your head go lean rock. Go bop, 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 bop. Go bop, 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 bop. Go bop, 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 bop.
Red Man is in the building. Rebel Talk Radio was good. PSA announcement for everybody out there. Check out Rebel Talk Radio on YouTube. I repeat, check out Rebel Talk Radio on YouTube with Relic and DY Young. You already know they putting in that work. And you want to check out the realest music reviews and dopest content from underground artists, hip-hop artists, check out Rebel Talk Radio. They are literally quick with the flow like Bruce Lee riding the 10-speed Fuji in the movie. Big facts! Redman is in the building. Rebel Talk Radio is in the building. Let's get it!
Real shit.
You are now tuning in to Rebel Talk Radio.
It's mercy.
This Rebel Talk Radio, let's go.
Realest music reviews.
Congratulations, you in the fucking trash can. There you go.
All I'm saying is, this is a place for support.
The dopest contest.
Get the $100, man. Congratulations.
The realest people.
They ain't give a fuck if it ain't catching them. They're like, this is trash.
This is Rebel Talk Radio.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Yo, salute. Yo, Jedi Master Nico, salute. What's poppin'? All you rebels tuning in, make sure to share up the stream, man. We got some interesting talk going on today.
Facts, man. What's up, DY? How you been, bro?
Hey, man, everything's blessed on my ends, bro. How's it over on your side? Looks like you in a spaceship or some shit.
Yeah, man. You know, you were here. We did a whole remake of this the studio over here, man. It's just popping, bro. Shit's wavy. It's a vibe, bro. Had a lot of fun doing it, man. But yeah, everything seems to be going pretty well on my end, man. Family's good. Job's good. Rebel Talk Radio's good.
Yeah, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we made some classic kicks coming out of that motherfucker, man. No cap. Shit, a dope setup in there.
Yeah, we did, man. We got a couple songs and videos and all that shit that will be released pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. We were able to get into the studio and make a lot of different content, so I'm pretty excited about the direction Rebel Talk Radio and what we've decided to focus on as a label, as a conglomerate. It's just there's a lot of changes.
Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to everybody tuning in. Salute. Yo, man, we should share some of the magic that we made in that studio, bro. Because to me, these classics don't get old, bro. What you think about that?
Yeah, we can. Absolutely. So I can share the audio, or I mean I can put the video up, whatever's clever.
Nah, the video right now we got a video on the works, man, and our dudes really kill shit. So, but this is the thing, it's not like the legit video. It's gonna be like we're gonna make a legit video. This is kind of like a teaser video, just a classic cypher video of us doing our thing. Cause yo, we cooked that shit up so fast, everyone just went in the booth, bam, bam, bam. Fucking Ronnie Tech made the beat right there on the spot, and shit was just popping, man. It was just everyone just collabed on it perfectly. And you gotta love it when those type of things happen, man, because it's rare to have that type of connection in the studio.
That's a fact, man. It's really dope when you get together with people that know exactly what they want to say, how they want to say it, or just are artistic in general, and just having a vibe, man. So it all came together pretty naturally, and we were able to get everything done. We got more to come, you know. It's just one of those things where, as artists, we always continue to keep going, keep pushing, and do more.
Hell yeah, all you artists out there, I know you can relate. Oh, fuck that button up. But yeah, I know y'all can relate, man. So yeah, for real, the grind don't stop as artists, man.
Facts, man. So yeah, we'll play one of these songs while I get some of this material ready for the things that we're gonna talk about. If you're in here, share the stream up. Share this video if you're rewatching it. There's a lot of important stuff we're gonna be covering tonight and moving forward in the future. So just stay tuned for more Rebel Talk Radio. Up right now, we got Stall Me Out. This is DJ Ronnie Tech featuring CD The Barber, Relic R3, and DYYoung.
Stall me out with all that bullshit. Tell me why you always gotta do this. Money missing is the only thing I'm cool with. I'm coming from a place where it get too lit. And if you feeling like I need you, don't worry, I won't quit you when I see you turn completely off. And I'ma stand on whatever I say to the grave. So stall me out.
As the world keeps turning while my wheels keep spinning on the way to check this chicken, man, this shit don't stop. If it's players in attendance, then there's money to be getting. Ain't no reason to be tinted, nigga, get your guap. Women love how I'm living, and memories of me vivid, cause she wanna come and kick it, cause I'm something you're not. Off the block, just a trip off the shoulder. They was mad, cause I'm playing this shit like a game of Texas Hold'em. I can't fold them, cause if I do, that's the end. Stall me out till I get that big body Benz. Or the Beamer, she left you cause you mistreat her. And I don't do nothing different, she just fuck with my leisure. I'm a bad bitch pleaser, you can't fuck with me neither. So stall yourself out before you're 6 feet deeper. Or in the ocean with the whales. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause either way a nigga really gon' prevail.
Stall me out with all that bullshit. Tell me why you always gotta do this. Money missing is the only thing I'm cool with. I'm coming from a place where it get too lit. And if you feeling like I need you, don't worry, I won't quit you when I see you turn completely off. And I'ma stand on whatever I say to the grave. So stall me out.
Pull my file, check the record, see the shit that I'm reppin'. Yeah, I'm stacking the bag, stack it up. I'm looking for a bitch that can band with she fuck. Yeah, me and my bros, we on the grind every day. If you ain't talking about no money, get the fuck up out my face. When I'm doing good, they try to take me on my page. Bitch, I hustle so hard, check this bitch out of stage. I don't fuck with nobody trying to use me. Cause if you do, then I let the fucking tools speak. Roll up and loosely, cause everybody acting bougie. I never let them fool me, bitch.
Stall me out with all that bullshit. Tell me why you always gotta do this. Money missing is the only thing I'm cool with. I'm coming from a place where it get too lit. And if you feeling like I need you, don't worry, I won't quit you when I see you turn completely off. And I'ma stand on whatever I say to the grave. So stall me out.
Whip wag, DY
make that shit splash. Try to stall a nigga, this how you gon' get blast. Steady be dropping the block, causing whiplash. All these niggas be wanting to talk, but never gon' get cash. Niggas gonna hate, that be the way it goes. I be steady giving blessings, so I'm paid in full. If you wanna talk shit, should've stayed at home. You ain't got enough bars, like you ain't pay your phone. So get the fuck out the way before I raise my fist. Ready to blitz, always on some crazy shit. If you really want smoke, then you know how to find us. All three Ronnie Tech bumping CD behind us. Yeah.
Start me out with all that bullshit. Tell me why you always gotta do this. Money missing is the only thing I'm cool with. I'm coming from a place where it get too late. And if you feeling like I need you, don't worry, I won't put you when I see you turn completely up. And I'ma stand on whatever I say to the grave. So start me out. So start me out. So start me out. So start me out. So start me out.
DJ Ronnie Tech, R3CD, DY Young, man. Salute y'all's truly, man.
Bruh.
That's the summer vibe. I don't give a fuck. That's the summer vibe, man. If you ain't vibing with that, you don't like summer.
Yeah, dude, that song right there, bro, is so fire, man. And you know what? This is a perfect song to use as an example, you know. Kind of going into maybe one of the first things that I kind of, you know, we should expand on. That song was something that myself and DY, majorly me for the longest time, I've done a lot of writing my lyrics, you know. And it's because, like, I have a scheme, you know. I have some entendres. Like, I want to use all these things. And I have all these things that I want to say. And I'm trying to figure out a way to say it in a verse or two or three or whatever. And so I sit down and I write it. And that's always been what I've done. And during this song, I did not do that. I did not do that. I was like, yo, let's go, right? Remember, I was in here. I was like, you know what? I'm not writing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not writing. Let's go. And yes, you can tell that I didn't write it. You know, 100%. You can tell that I didn't write it. Am I right? I mean, when you go in there and you listen to it, you're like, well, what would you think? Let's say you didn't know.
But this is the thing, from my personal opinion, because I've been punching in and punching out for a hot minute, because I used to write as well, and I feel like it took away from my creativity when I would write, but at the same time, the punch and punch out kind of took away from my lyricism. You know what I'm saying? From like shit that I would say, but I developed more of like with the punch and punch out method, you have more swagger. You know what I'm saying? You have different type of energy, different type of ways to execute on a track, where when you're writing, it's too perfected, putting too much thought into it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to figure out how you're gonna flow all these words. Like, to me, it just worked out that way better.
Right. And so you've been punching in and punching out for a long time, but the reasoning of me asking is, could you tell that was a punch in, punch out, or would you think, oh, this is something that this person wrote?
100%, because the way that your delivery was, like, it was, I could tell just from like the energy aspect, like it sounded like you were doing it right there on the spot. Like it seemed like you were live performing it. But the lyrics you were saying, it wasn't actually, it was bars where it weren't really like bars. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
from how when somebody's writing their shit, they actually put like real lyricism in it, miracle, spiritual, lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Like some real crazy, complex shit sometimes, and with them tendras and double entendres and shit like that. But when it came to this, you're just like, I won't let another choose me. I'm acting good. You know what I'm saying? You were just more so with a flow. So I have a good gist of when somebody's punching in, punching out, but I feel like it has a cool element to the track.
Right. And so the conversation therein becomes, what is more artistic for somebody? To write the track down, to write it, or to just go in there and do it live on the spot while you're in the midst of it. And think about it. You're in the studio with the producer, and he's a great producer, someone like Ronnie Tech. And you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I have this dope ass beat. Are you going to opt to write the verse? Or are you going to opt to just jump in the booth and start doing the song, performing the song, and coming up with the words then? What's more artistic? What is the better, most effective way of actually doing a song?
Real talk, because we'll use this song for an example. So CD, he wrote his verses. You know what I'm saying? CD, you can tell that he was on subject matter to a T. You know what I'm saying? He referred to stalling out multiple times in his verse. He had a specific flow delivery that was clean, you know what I'm saying? Very old school type feel to it.
Right.
And it blended in really well with it. Where then when you had the other element when you came in, it was just like all like just a different level of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like it really depends on the track and what it calls for. So I feel like at that moment it called for that, for you to do the punch and punch out, because it allowed you to come in and go into a different way that you wouldn't normally do it. You know what I'm saying? It gave it something that it needed. If you wrote down your shit, you could have did your thing and had bars and shit, but then it would have potentially became a boring song. It's an old school classic. But if I was on a track with Eminem, I'm not punching and punching out, because you know what he's about to bring. You know what I'm saying? You're like, fuck, he's gonna bring all this shit. So I feel like it varies based off of the track that you're trying to flow on and trying to do your thing with.
It's the truth. I will say that while writing is an effective method, obviously it's been done since the beginning of music, I do believe that there is some sort of truth in that punching in and punching out can be better for a track. I'm gonna say that because it's easier to actually replicate the vibe that you're feeling at that time. And like everything that's going on in the room, it's easier to do that. When you're sticking to a sort of guideline, a sort of formula that you usually stick to, I feel like it can become more of a rigorous process. And it can take a lot more time. I was in and out of the booth in 5-10 minutes, and I was done.
Yeah.
And that was it. Over. And so I was able to just let the next person get in there. And you know what I mean? And I was able to let the vibe kind of build up. So I do have to say, especially for today's type of music, if you're trying to make music for the masses to hear, that people that really are just looking for the vibe, it's so effective. And I will swear by that now. And this is somebody that has been writing for a really long time. From somebody that's been doing that for a really long time.
To kind of give my background, bro, like me, I came up in the hip hop with a sheer appreciation for freestyling, right? Like I put in numerous hours for freestyling, and that's just what I fell in love with. When I converted to writing my bars down, I felt there was like an underlying pressure, you know what I'm saying, that I have to become so lyrical and shit. But now that music evolved, that hip hop evolved in the way it did, it kind of strayed from that. I feel like in our era, particularly, lyrics and bars truly mattered, what you were saying. So it really played a difference in regards to, you can tell if somebody went on a track back in the days and started freestyling, you'd be like, what the fuck you doing, man? You see how much work I'm putting in on this motherfucker? Double entendres, triple entendres, and you come in here freestyling with that whack shit. But now it's like, it's just about vibes, you know what I'm saying, with how hip-hop evolved. So now you can get away with that shit. And Lil Wayne, one of the classics of the punch in and punch out methods, like he's a walk-in example of what you can achieve with that creativity when you're just thinking on the spot. Although you do, sometimes you're in the booth, you don't even know where the fuck you're going with it. You're like, fuck, what do I say now? And then you just start humming a bunch of random shit, and then you get back in there. With writing, I feel like you're more precise because you know what you're comfortable with. Punch in, punch out sometimes makes you go out of your comfort zone, because you're like, fuck, I know I have to do this here, so I'm gonna figure it out.
Facts. I want to say hello to everybody that's coming in. Salute to the True Mob, everybody that's coming up in here. RTR, love, represent. Rude Knot, Jedi Master Nico, One King. Salute to you, XR, and Larry Belly Fate. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining our conversation. Talking about writing and recording, or freestyling recording, kind of the jumping in, jumping out method. And I'm if you want to hear the full thoughts on it, just go ahead and rewind this at some point and take a listen. The thoughts are, at this point, for where we're at in music, it's just more effective to jump, cut in and cut out, in sort of a freestyle.
100%. And y'all others out there, fucking Larry Belly, Trill J, let us know, what do you find is more effective? Is it the punch in, punch out method? Or are we talking about the classic writing your shit down, trying to get those double entendres, triple entendres, and really challenging yourself mentally? Or is it more so about creating the vibe with y'all as artists and just kind of giving what the track needs at the time? What do you feel is more effective?
Right. Exactly. It's all about what you feel as an artist is more effective. But I have to say, if you're trying to get exposure and trying to do something, it's just kind of the lane that it's in, is more of the punch in, punch out. Like, let's feel the vibe, and if you turn the radio on, that's what it is, man. And I want everybody to be to get everything out of life, right? I want you to be successful in music. I want you to be successful in your life, and I want you to have everything that you've ever wanted. That first and foremost. So take whatever method suits best, but I have to say that if you're feeling the vibe and you're in the studio, just keep riding the vibe, man. Which also then brings me to one of my next points about timeless type music, right? Timeless music. We talk about timeless music, and we when we think about hip hop, man, I go back. When somebody asks me, right, like, hey, I know you listen to a lot of hip hop. What would you recommend to me? And they've never listened to hip hop before, right? And they come to me. I know exactly what I'm going to say, right? I know exactly what I'm going to say. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? I'm going to tell him to listen to Nas, right? Illmatic, Stillmatic, for sure. It was written. I'm going to tell him to listen to Wu-Tang, man. And that's always my go-to. Those are my go-tos. For some odd reason, I just feel that those are great introductory albums. And by the way, those are legendary albums, man.
Yeah. You can't really. If you go against it, then you're going against hip hop. So that's kind of like setting you up for scrutiny. So if y'all feel disagree, just don't say anything, man. those are well loved albums in hip hop.
Right, but I'm saying what an introduction to somebody. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say, hey, go check out this, artist. Nobody that's on the radio really.
I would say Tupac.
I don't know, but
I would say Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like I would point out to Tupac, All Eyes on Me album. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tupac had a lot of deep messaging in regards to it, and I feel like and even Kendrick, How to Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about like classic and really forming the mind of an artist, I would point them out to like greats more so in that lyrical direction that really have a way with their words and how to change the world in front of them. To refer to some of these comments, man, Larry Bellyfalte said, I think beat determines the vibe I'm in writing. I'm in while I'm writing. So he's more so the writing type dude. You can tell by the way that he compacts his bars that Larry really puts like a pen to the pad, dog. Yeah. Like you can tell. Yeah. Sure. But I never see him on no Fetty Wap shit, just fucking around with the auto-tune. You know what I'm saying? He's always going in with his shit. But that's because he knows his style. You know what I'm saying? EUCXR said punching is horrible for post-production. Better to write and memorize their stuff before going.
But I don't know if I agree with that though.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think it's like it's easier to memorize because when okay, so when you're in the studio and you're paying for a session, 100% write your shit. You don't have time to ponder around, you know what I'm saying, and try to figure out what to do. If you got your own setup, I feel like it's better. Like you have your time, you can just perfect it however, fuck up and do whatever and create a dope vibe. But when I was in the studio paying for my sessions, I wrote my shit, memorized that shit, and out, you know? So I'm trying to pay fucking for 3 hours trying to figure out what to do with a song.
Right. Sure. And I understand what you're saying 100%. I think that writing, obviously, you're able to get your message across down subject matter at all times. You know, that gives you the ability to really play around with the subject that you're talking about. I will never go back on that. Like I said, I'm somebody who wrote and continues to write and things of that nature. But I feel like therein lies a need for that, just the vibe check, you know, and the vibe check can be heavily influenced by people just feeling it and then saying whatever the fuck comes to their mind, you know?
Yeah, 100%. But like people like Lil Wayne, you know, he's not paying for, like he has his own equipment and he does his thing, right? So I feel like when you're able to get in that zone and you can just punch in, punch out, because I had songs where I just scrapped my whole fucking writing process and was like, man, because the way that I was thinking it isn't the same way I'm feeling in that booth at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times when I'm in front of the mic, I'm like, oh, I need this here, but I didn't write that down. So do I just stick to the script or do something that I know is going to be better? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Says I got a vibe for the beat, but Marcus Egg Roll asked if we're doing reviews. You know, we'll jam out to music, man, at some point. You just send it in.
Yeah, we'll jam the music, man. Send it in, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll check it out and we'll vibe with you, you know what I'm saying?
It goes for everybody in True Mob, man. Just send us some music, man. We're definitely gonna take that time to listen to some music because that's where we come from. It's our roots, where we come from. So Marcus Ocampo says, I got a vibe to the beat, but most dope lyrical MCs don't get enough recognition just because the beat they rap on doesn't appeal to the listeners or vice versa. I can agree with that 110%. But today, when I think about timeless classics, I don't really, just in music in general, I don't think about really, I mean, there's those greats, you got those Biggies and Pacs, the Drake, and I'm talking about in the broad spectrum of music, people that have made music, been successful, and continue to be successful, right? And so when I think about that, I think about bigger, right? I went and took a look. I went and looked at the analytics on some of these things and looked at, Billboard and top fives and things like that and shit like that. So when I think about consistency and music is consistency. You have to have a consistency, correct?
Yeah, for sure. You have to have a signature song.
Right. And although I may not agree with all of these, maybe I may not like all these artists, there's proof in the pudding, right? The proof is there. Like they've been top five. There's a list of artists in the history of music who have had, these are the highest artists who have had the most top five songs. Okay, ready for this shit? And here's the problem. There's no true rapper on this list. 100%. Right?
You take that back.
No.
There's one true rapper on that list. One true rapper. The only true rapper in the game.
I will say there is no true MC on this list. And we're talking about 20 top five placements minimum, right? Minimum. So what we have right now, Billboard, the top 100, who's had the most top five placements, number one, of course, is Drake. But I will not say that Drake is a rapper.
Yeah, he is. He's no, not solely. Like just solely a rapper, no.
Okay. Well, definitely, Marcus. We're gonna take a little intermission and we're gonna listen to some of your music. So yeah, just send it in, guys. Like this is all out of love right now. It's really important that we get off these little nuggets of knowledge here because number one is Drake and he has 35 top fives, right? And that's a lot. That's the most out of anybody in the world. So shouts out to Canada. All right. Because Drake chose not to be a rapper. Drake chose to be an artist. All right. You may hate him. You may love him. Here's the difference between rappers and artists for the most part. Most of the hip hop MCs that I listen to are artists when I growing up. The Wu-Tangs, the Nas's, and all that stuff. Artists, man. They want to make their music live for something, right? Mean for something. And Drake definitely does that, but he also morphs his style. So salute to Drake for taking 35 of those. The next, right behind Drake, is the Beatles, right? And the Beatles haven't released a song in a very long time. They have 29 top five placements. And the list just gets more and more, it goes everywhere, right? We have Madonna at number 3. Now, you got to give it up to Madonna, right? She did her thing. Mariah Carey with 27, Taylor Swift with 25, and I know why Kanye was mad at her, all right? Because when you're getting beat out on the charts like that, you got to feel some sort of way when you're a genius like that. I'm just keeping it real. Janet Jackson with 24, Rihanna with 24, Elvis with 21, Justin Bieber with 20, The God, Michael Jackson with 20, and my boy, Stevie Wonder with 20 top fives. How many rappers are in that list, bro?
But yo, let's be real, man. I feel like the Billboards is like a sham, bro. Like it's about who you know in the industry. I don't feel like it really has relevancy in regards to the culture. Ooh, Mariah Carey got the most fucking Billboard hits. Like who the fuck is even monitoring these Billboard hits, bro? Like who says that these guys are fucking getting all these views? They have a bunch of fucking computer farms that generate all these streams and shit and do all this crazy shit to then turn the things, turn the statistics in their favor. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a rigged game, and then people strive to try to get to the top billboards, but I don't really feel like it has relevancy to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like because somebody's a top Billboard artist that means that they accomplished something so great. You know what I'm saying? That's just my humble opinion in regards to that.
Well, the fact of the matter is they did accomplish something real great. Regardless of what you think or not, they did. because they were very successful. They were consistent regardless of who was behind them. They were the front man for something that was very consistent. That's just the fucking facts, man. Regardless if it's an industry plant or whatever. I no way believe that Stevie Wonder was an industry plant. Neither Michael Jackson either. These guys were fucking rebels, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Elvis. And I know a lot of people will be pissed off. He might have been the first plant ever, bro.
But if you get the right people behind you, they can make your shit Billboard 100s. You know what I'm saying? Like top 10. Like if you have the right team behind you, it don't matter who. I feel like it's who you know. Michael Jackson had a crazy team behind him. You know what I'm saying? Elvis Presley had a crazy team behind him. All these people that you're saying, they all had like crazy team in industry.
Elvis Presley bit music, man. All the blues music that was going on, pretty much black culture. He fucking bit black culture, just like Eminem, right? When we have these conversations, it's the same, bro. And
it's like Relic.
Yeah. What, an alien? or I bit the hip hop culture. That's a conversation for a different fucking day. I don't feel. Well, see, here's the thing: I don't feel that I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that I bit anything because it was in the environment in which I grew up, right? In the environment in which I grew up. And now, 100%. Like music was there, freestyle, ciphers, hip hop, DJing, breakbeating, breakdancing, all that stuff was there in my neighborhood where I grew up.
I feel like it's great because I feel like it excelled from just being a part of the black culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it took off, and I think it's one of the best things for hip hop, for the black culture, everything, because you're able to appeal to so many masses and so many different races and so many things. Imagine if we segregated that just for the black culture. You know what I'm saying? We just kept hip hop. That's our thing. You know what I'm saying? You know how much respect it would have, and wouldn't have much respect. People wouldn't even play that shit. You know what I'm saying? But because it excelled past colors and it started getting into the minds of others, it just shows how influential it became.
And I think it's great that you have that viewpoint, but honestly, it wasn't received well in the beginning. Regardless of how it is now, it wasn't received well. A lot of white people, man, they get on the mic, they do their thing, and they're called a slur. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to be like that? Or when you know what I'm saying? And that's how it was in the beginning, bro. And like, listen, I was there and I saw this shit happen while there were dope white MCs. What, MC Light? The fuck? You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about like people who were there from, Ill Bill. I don't know. But like when I think
Beastie Boys.
Okay, the Beastie Boys. But the Beastie Boys were pioneers in several different areas of music, bro. Like, let's just keep it real. The Beasties, man, those guys are geniuses, and they did not just stick to like a hip hop, like your normal hip hop thing. They turned it into a white trash party, bro.
There we go.
That's a fact.
But I feel like with the I feel like it has its own trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like when something is like it's kind of like a gift in disguise. You know what I'm saying? A blessing in disguise. Where like when you first, it's going to be met with animosity, because especially when you're rapping in a certain demeanor that's respected upon other communities. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, I feel more offended for the hip hop community now in regards to how everybody's trying to sound like other people. That shit is more disgusting to me than white people entering the scene or Asians entering the scene. Because now it's like, now you guys are just trying to drown out all the artists that came before you and trying to sound like them and just make bread off of it. It's no longer about what you can bring to the table.
Hence the name of the show, Music for the Moment. These artists, these rappers, these pop icons, whatever you want to call them, they're here for the moment. They want the fast money and they want it now. So what else do you do other than jack someone's style? It's been a thing that's been happening for a real long time. This is not the first time that somebody's jacked somebody's style, bro. Okay, we've gone over this in many shows and we've seen it,
But back in the days, people would get called out for it and then kind of pushed to the side because nobody respected it. Now it just became accepted, which to me is more disgracing to the culture now. And seeing the lack of creativity.
Because I feel like that's cap, 100%. And let me tell you why. No one called out Biggie Smalls when he bit that dude from North Carolina.
You're gonna use that? Ain't nobody know that fucking dude, man. Who the fuck was that dude?
Still,
no one heard that style.
He had the beat, he had the flow, he had the style. Biggie heard the record, Puffy heard the record, and said, well, you know what? We're going to replicate this.
Yeah, but now that he's speaking out on it now after fucking all his hush money ran out, like, come on, man. Like, he basically sold his style to him. He sold his style. Because if that was the case, he would have came out, made us think about it, you know what I'm saying, back in the days, and then maybe Biggie Smalls wouldn't have been as big as he was. But the homie got hush money, kept the fuck quiet, and now he's going to be like, yo, I was sounded like Biggie Smalls first. I'm the originator. Nah, man, you took that hush money, you sold your style. That's what it is. It's a business.
Too late
at the
for
end of the day.
Biggie because the album was pressed before Biggie even pressed his album. He had used the exact same song, and it was pressed way before Biggie even laid that. So it is a swagger jack, bro. It's been happening for a long time. Elvis swagger jack, bro. Everybody swagger jacks. But nowadays, it's just easier for unoriginal motherfuckers to make it big. and it's crazy to me, all right? You had to be different growing up. You had to be different. And if you weren't, you were trash.
And complexion did help Elvis be different because he appealed to areas in the clubs and shit that black music wasn't able to be played in. So yeah, he took that style, morphed it into something that he was more accepted because he knew he was more accepted in communities, and then capitalized off that. 100%.
Facts. I want to say salute to Troy. That's my bro. E, what's up, man? Marcus says good music is good music, and I agree. But we're just talking about the respect within music. Do you garner respect now when you copy somebody's style? I mean, fuck. I feel like that dude. What's that dude? The fucking sliding every day with a bunch of hollows coming out the Glock. Polo G. Like he created this like melodic, cool, fucking dark toner rap. In my opinion, I feel like he did that pretty well. And now look, man.
So many Polo G's out there.
Like some frauds. But then look what it's doing. The numbers that they're doing. They're sounding just like each other. And now they're making like, it's cool. Get your money, my brother. But let me tell you, man, you lack originality, man. Just gotta keep it real. I'm keeping it real. You know what I mean? And so for me, it's kind of like it's music for the moment, music for the right now, and it will not live forever, bro.
Nah, I can concur with that. Yeah. So yo, let's hop into a song that somebody sent in, have a little intermission, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll get into the next topics. Salute to everybody. Yo, do we still have our number? Nah, yeah.
No, but I mean, if someone wants to jump on, I can always send them a link. And just
man. So if y'all want to be a part of these conversations, man, hit us up in the email. Let us know that you want to hop on, and then that's something that we can engage with you on and get your insight on it as well. Especially y'all being so active in the hip hop community and in the culture in general. I feel like y'all would potentially have a lot to say about the topics that we discussing. So if you guys have anything that you want to say, definitely just hit us up in the email, and then we'll send you a link, man. Talk your piece.
Facts. And up first, we got Marcus Ocampo. Let's go. It's called Peg City's Finest.
Ooh, that nigga fresh.
Ocampo, Peg City's finest. Larry Mangum City's highest. Ocampo, Peg City's finest.
Yo, this is
Larry Mangum City's highest.
Y'all, it's a question.
Ocampo, Peg City's finest.
Shit.
Larry Mangum City's highest. Ocampo, Peg City's finest. Larry Mangum City's highest. I got my.
But that shit crazy, bro. How much you sound like Pac, bro? That's cool, bro. I'm fucking. Y'all are some dope artists. That was Larry Belly Fate and Marcos Ocampo. Salute to these two motherfuckers. Certain sort of energy in there that it's kind of like, I like that, you know? And so I really thought y'all did really well on there. Real talk. This is real talk, man. I feel like y'all vibe pretty well. And I want to hear some more collabs, man. I feel like y'all did your thing together. So keep that energy going. Keep that vibe going, man. Y'all did your thing on that. And I am not mad at it at all.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that vibe, bro. Like, and this is a prime example of like, I don't feel like I would want to punch in on that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way that the tempo was sent with Tupac in the hook on first verse.
It wasn't Tupac, bro.
It sound like fucking Tupac, dead ass.
Was that Tupac,
the
man?
city fun. That sound just like fucking Tupac. If that wasn't Tupac, tell me where you got that AI voice, bro. Yeah, shit. I got some shit I want Tupac to say. That shit sounded just like Tupac, that one area. I feel like that was in the beat, and then they added their own flavor in addition to that. If that wasn't Tupac, yo, I'm gonna pay that dude for a feature, and I'm gonna clickbait it as Tupac on the track. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive again. I'm dead again. I'm alive. I'm
Real
dead. I'm
shit.
super alive.
Is Tupac alive on this track? You know what I'm saying? Nah, but homie, if that was him on the first verse, he didn't sound like that in the first verse. You know what I'm saying? He sounded with his own voice. Sure. So I feel like that part was like a snippet from a Tupac, some sort of Tupac sample or whatever, and then or a Tupac voice, and then he put it in there.
He said Ocampo. Ocampo, the city's finest. So whatever.
Yeah, maybe Tupac said that, man. He has a lot of tracks. So like I wouldn't be shocked about it if that was it. But that sounded just like Tupac. And then they added their own flavor with it. But this would be something I wouldn't write to, you know. I feel like punching out and out too. I feel like it's something you gotta really put to the pen and pad based off of the vibe that was set from the get-go. You can punch in and punch out on that, but I feel like out of appreciation just for the vibe, you want to bring it back to the old school hip hop roots and just really write your shit down on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was gas, man. I rock with that. That was very classic, nostalgic for me, man. I rock with it.
Bet that up, man. Real shit. I feel like they both did their thing on there, and I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, man. Y'all got any more to send in, man? Send it in. We'll definitely play some songs during our intermissions, things like that, man, because we like vibing with y'all, see what y'all got cooking up. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Well, so right now we're at the best recording at that. Yeah. So why today? So I'm gonna go back to this. So why today is there no true rappers being publicized, being marketed? Why?
Why is it no big rappers?
I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like everybody's stuck in their feelings, which is okay to be stuck in your feelings. But why is there no real rappers right now?
You have to elaborate a bit. Like, that's a big, bold statement you're saying. What do you mean, why is there no real rappers? Say it with your motherfucking chest out, man. What the fuck you had to say? There's no real rappers. What the fuck you trying to say, man?
What I'm saying is when I put on 98.3 or whatever, or a rap station, I'm not hearing timeless music, man. I'm not fucking hearing moment music. I want to hear timeless shit. I want to hear crazy shit, some original shit, some fucking goddamn original shit. I'm tired of this shit.
So differentiate it between in the moment music and timeless music, and give me examples.
In the moment music, we talked about it. People copying each other's style, doing the same shit over and over and over and over.
Okay, so that's moment. That's considered moment music.
Yeah, my opinion. Like, do you really want to live forever with that? No.
So give me a timeless song that you can vouch and say that this is timeless music right here. Because this is the thing. Music is very, very opinionated. You know what I'm saying? Everybody believes certain things. So that's why I want to see your understanding. What would you consider a timeless hip hop song?
Like that first, like Jay-Z makes a lot of timeless songs. I'll give that to Jay-Z. He makes a lot of timeless songs, in my opinion. You know, a lot of his like Run This City with Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is timeless, in my opinion. Kanye West, push it, make it stronger, faster, better, stronger. Like that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I feel like they were pushing the envelope on those things, man. You know, or even Jay-Z and Linkin Park. You know.
See, like, in regards to like timeless, just sheer hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about, because I can give you like a bunch of timeless non-hip hop songs, such as like Glue by Sean Paul. That's like, I consider that a timeless track. But
that's kind of reggaeton.
Yeah, but it's dancehall type vibes. But like, that to me is a timeless song. You play it at any decade and it's still gonna be popping. One for me would be like All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Or sorry, not so, my bad. Ambitions as a Rider by Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that just has timeless all over it. You can just play that at any party and then people are gonna rock with it. And to me, I feel like Pop Smoke and made a timeless song, bro.
I'll give him that. Like, and I think Pop Smoke was the reason why his shit's timeless, though, is because he sounded different. He sounded different than everyone, dude. Like, he came out with this crazy ass deep voice on some beats I've never really even dabbled in before. I didn't know what drill was before that, bro. It was probably
really.
Yeah, I didn't, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not from a drill area, bro. There's a lot of underground hip hop, a lot of lyrical hip hop here in this area, even in Cali. I first heard about Pop Smoke in Cali. It's probably right before he died or whatever. and he was doing numbers out there, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, this is different, and I think that's why he got so many people to gravitate towards his sound, because in fact it was different. He modified his whole voice for this thing. His mom goes into deep depth about it on one of the documentaries they did, or one of the interviews they did after he died. Like, it was like one summer he left with his normal voice, and the next summer he came back trained with the deep voice, because he knew that this was what was going to work for him.
So would you consider him changing his voice up not being like kind of be considered like fake in a sense?
No, because Slim
That's
Shady
not
did
keeping
that
up with his
shit.
voice.
Hi kids, do you like violent? Like, come on, man. Like, some of the pioneers. I'm serious. Do you see him doing that now? No, you don't, because it was an act. It was some, but it was hit. But it was how he knew what he needed to say it that way for people to receive it, right? And Pop
Facts.
Smoke, he needed to say what he said that way, and people received it very well. And a lot like Dior. Come on, how can you not turn Dior? Like, if you turn Dior on, you already know everybody's bopping.
Facts. That's a timeless song to me. And yo, like, there's actually a science behind it, like in regards to how you can be more enticing and convincing to people. So like, there's a science behind it where just based off of the tones of your voice and how you say things, like how you become more persuasive to somebody, there's a science behind it. Like if you're just like, yo, come over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as enticing as somebody would do it in a way like, yo, man, get over here. You know, like, there's just, by adding a certain energy and characteristics behind your voice, you're able to persuade people a lot better. So that's why when people are hearing some music sometimes and it sounds so monotone, it's uninteresting. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like somebody like Designer, living in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like that would be a persuasive tactic. Yeah, that's a I know he's just first one got popped in my head, but that's a persuasive tactic, man. When he just adds different voice fluctuations and things like that, where it draws people in more. And that's why monotone isn't always the best on songs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people kind of fall out on it.
What is it?
What up, Bo? Why the Rebel Talk Radio assassin in the building? Salute, man. That's family over there. I met the dude. Yo, I met OY in person, man. Yo, that dude's like 7 foot tall. He capping, man. Dude solid, man. He built like a fucking semi truck, man. He looked like the make of One Punch. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the One Punch kid. He just punched through you. Game over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was a dope vibe, man. When everybody was able to get together and kind of paint the vision on the wall. You know, there's a lot of work to be done, and we're making the correct moves. Sure, we're not just reviewing music, but that's not the point. We're not supposed to just review music, you know. We're supposed to fucking explore this shit, which is why we have exploration.
Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why don't we just fucking review music, Relic? Why can't we just do that?
Because, man, what is it? I mean, I love listening to people's music, man, and we're gonna play music, and I think it's very important to kind of check the temperature. But I also believe that it's important to add something of substance, some sort of content of substance to people, and just for myself, you know.
Yo, kid, let's be real about this. So, as you can see clearly from this shit right here, right? Hold on, let me play some background music. You know what I'm saying? Clearly from this shit right here, the way that things have switched up a little bit, man, it's to me personally, man, I feel like the shit became boring, bro. I felt I got bored of it personally in regards to just hearing people's songs over and over and over again. And I agree. Like, I feel like there's so much more to offer people in regards to giving them context and kind of educating in regards to mixing and mastering. And there's so much more that we haven't been tapping into just because we've been so fixated on the review portion, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? We like hearing everyone's music, but I feel like there's a lot more to offer. That was my opinion, my feedback on that.
Yeah. DY, I mean, OMY wants to play Motherless, and that will be the next song that we play. Just because, you know, OMY is making music, and I really truly feel like OMY is making music that's outside of the norm, and it's different, and I really respect his music in that way because of that. which is why we gravitated so heavily towards him. I feel like he makes that music that he's trying to make that imprint, leave his print. And I think that's important. As an artist, you got to figure out what you want to leave with the world,
And that's what it comes down to, is having the right people around you too, right? And I know we touched on this before, man, but it's so important, man. If you have motherfuckers like dragging you down, telling you your music ain't that, and then they're like, yo, man, nah, like you have to have a positive influence around you and people around you that you can grow with, that challenge you as an artist humbly. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been around a lot of dudes. Relic, man, he's one of those dudes where we lock into a studio. We know something crazy is gonna happen out of it because two like-minded individuals on a track that's open to hearing one another and how to make the best out of a track. That's a rare thing to find, man. And developing a team, DJ Ronnie Tex, CD, OMY, like so many people around you that are just so driven and have different styles that you can learn from and adapt to and complement. Like it just makes your music experience that much better. So if you don't have a tight circle, man, of like-minded individuals, make sure you get that, bro, because you'll see your artistry grow light years. You know what I'm saying? I say probably the song that I came back from AZ with is one of my best songs that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Just based off the environment I was in, Which so like that Payload, you know what I'm saying? Or Rebel Talk, you know what I'm saying? Like those songs are out of my element, what I've been doing on my dolo for a hot minute. And these things, when you have those people around you, it brings the best out in you. So definitely do your best to have those people around you. And if not, you always have Rebel Talk Radio to be those people for you. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know.
Facts. All right, so we will get into this song called Motherless. It is by the Old Man Young and OMY. And then we'll wrap up after that, man. Stay tuned. We got a couple more things to talk about. This is Motherless by OMY.
Let go.
Oh, my. Like a mother. Woo! Misconception of darkness. Misconception of darkness. Better late than never. Better late than never. We here. We here. Mama, rest in peace, baby. Oh, my. RTR, baby. Oh, my. Yo. Woo. Ah.
Mix master recorded at RTR Studios, baby. Let's go.
Oh, my nigga. The world was a safe place, my mom was alive. But now that she dead, it ain't safe for you guys. I'm cooking these rappers, no salt on my fries. Oh, you got complaint, head up back of the line. Woohoo, bitch, would you fuck all those lies? Came out the mud and we still on the rise. Never back down, they ain't how I'm designed. Weight on my shoulders, but still in my rise. If I manifest, the next step is on mine. Oh, my, make them open the wide. Feed on these bars, watch them choke on these punchlines. And I want to smoke, go ahead, pull up my mouth size. Might get your ass before you put it in dry, no lie. They ain't got game like this. Flame off the lips when I spit, it gets lit. Rinse off my drinks, you can sip on my drip. Keep it a stat, no cap, what it is. Same shit, different day, dollars and cents. On demon time, trying to follow God's footprints in the belly of the beast, but I'll let the devil eat. Only the savage survive in the streets. Live or you die, ain't no room for the weak. Fuck all the cheat, talk, let my actions speak. See, there's levels to this shit and I'm out of reach. Wolf, salty wall dog off the leash. Got your favorite MC sucking my teeth. Yum, running like cleats all over these bums above the elites. Bitch, I am one. The blazing gently popping off of the tongue. Not in the band, but I'm good on the drums. Heavy artillery, enemies run. Did it all for the fan when it's all said and done. Yeah. East Coast, stand up. West Coast, stand up. Dirty South, stand up. Frozen North, stand up. We here, baby. You heard me? I told y'all. I'm the greatest. My mama used to say, boy, finish your plate. So now I eat them up and shit them away. Competing with myself and winning every day. I'm bullying bullies, the predators might prey. Always on point, nigga, even on off days. And I'm about due for a day off. As soon as I enter, watch these pussies lay off. Nothing but trunk, there ain't nothing but layups. And my flows are dunking your face, get your game up. But get ran over, my lane and get ate up. Straight up, ain't no capping, I'm smashing these hoes. Tripping off shoes, Super Mario Bros. Super like Cala with man, it still flows. Meaning I'm hard as fuck, solid as stone. And no time to play around, boy, I'm too grown. Invading your house, I make myself at home. My high, yo, I cook it and mop in my dome. Topping me off like extra prevalone. Applying the pressure like a 2-3 zone. One of a kind, no, mine can't be cloned. And like a short fuse, I leave your mind blown. A king without a crown, and that shit is known. Down the ride for mine, and all my bros know. Ain't even a question, go ahead, try to step it. Boy, you be dead by now, words with weapons. I'm giving directions to your misconceptions. On the battlefield with God's protection. Top of the heat with his heat, I've been destined. Ain't no time for sleep, you won't gon' catch me resting, a lacking and slipping. If I'm going down, I'm shooting and swinging. Reality dreaming, I'm seizing the day. What a mistake, they let me out the cage. Oh my. Misconception of darkness. We here, motherfucker. Oh my.
There it is, man. There you have it.
Oh, why the Rebel Talk Radio assassin, man. Salute to that dude, man. Rebel Talk Radio's very own, man, rocking the badge with honor, you know what I'm saying, doing the brand justice. So salute to homie, man. Like he does everything as he's supposed to do as an artist. Well put together dude. You know for sure he's always down for the cause. He's a rebel at the end of the day. And what else can you ask more for artists than to just stay true to their passion and stay consistent and be driven, So that's who we like to surround ourselves with, man. Just driven people. So on Y fits and well to that, man. So kudos to him on Y, man. He's a real one, man. No cap.
Facts, man. Now, let me just take this point in the show to really tell you about the things that we have going on before we jam out, man. We got, if you're a producer, if you make beats or you're trying to monetize off your beats, go ahead and go to buybeats.com. There is a link in the description of this video. It's a great community, and it's really untapped at this point, and people are starting to join by the day. Click that link, get yourself in there, sell your beats online. It's another platform, just like any other platforms. The only difference here is it's for the people, by the people. There's a lot of ways for you to monetize off what you're doing on there. So it's important to monetize off everything you're doing. And if you want to learn more about that, just click on the link below and learn more about that right now. It's right there. Why not, right? Everything else. Right now, my studio is open. Rebel Talk Radio Studios in Phoenix is open. We will be booking and taking clients here. If you like what you hear on the show, it is all mixed, mastered, recorded here at Rebel Talk Radio Studios, Bird City. If you're in the area, let me know. Hit me up in the email, and we can schedule you a session. We'll get everything mixed, mastered, and everything for you right there, as opposed to you waiting 3 weeks. So just let us know. Drop us a line if you're in the Phoenix area. I am very close to Metro, so I am out here. You already know. Anything else? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
Facts, yo. And if you ever in Canada, hit your boy up, man. I doubt it, though, because it's cold as shit over here. Nobody want to pull up. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking care. Go to Arizona Studios. It's all fine because that's where it's at. I was there. Shit legit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And to kind of touch on the whole beat promoters thing, man, or the beats, buy beats in the description. Also, holla at our brothers on IG, man. They're beat promoters, man. Go to Jones on the Beat on IG, man. If you do sign up, it's 100% free. You know what I'm saying? And you get 10 beats just for signing up. And if you're a producer, man, you get a cool little digital street team that pretty much promotes you. It's really dope. A lot of things that Jones on the Beat can educate you on. So hit them up on IG, man. And if you do click that link, just to touch on that, man, because they're a dope platform. They're doing their thing and doing beat reviews daily over there, adding them to their playlist, similar to what we do over here, things like that, man. And it's all about each one teach one, man. And we keep growing one another, man. Support one another.
Facts, man. It's very important that we do that in this industry. Underground makes mad waves, man. So I got to just tap into everybody and show support.
Facts. Tune into the Rebel Talk Radio Cypher that's going to be releasing soon with True Mob. Shout out to True Mob, man. Appreciate you for pulling up. We are going to be releasing the Cypher out there, man. It was a well put together Cypher. Looking forward to it. And we got our own little exclusive Cypher video for Stall Out with Ronnie Tech and CD.
Yeah, that's coming out soon. I think we're just waiting on the video to get dropped into our inbox. And then we're also going to be working on a video for our new dope single, man, Payload. So stay tuned for that. That is a banana song. We're moving, and we're moving in the right ways, man. And I feel like this is just the beginning of something that's going to be great. We're going to be talking. We're going to be analyzing. We're going to be showing the facts. We're going to be showing you no bullshit. This is what it is. This is who we are.
Fast, yo. Man, salute to y'all, man. Have a wonderful night. Rebel Talk Radio, we out this bitch. Y'all dig?
Salute, everybody.